What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. Welcome to the brand new suite. It's Work Forward Wednesday. It's a wet Work Forward Wednesday. Couldn't do my run outside today, so I had to do the mock time walk inside today. But nonetheless, the rain don't stop. Doesn't stop us getting our work in. Let's do the work on Work Forward Wednesday. Let's go to work. So, y'all know what we've been doing this week. We've been talking about addicted to leadership. Are you addicted to leadership? I'm not going to ask it like that. I'm going to say addicted to leadership, because what we're talking about this week are the 5 leadership traps that quietly destroy your influence. So I want you to take these traps and think about this ain't the TI trap, y'all, the down south trap. These are traps that will get you knocked off of your influence horse, if you will, your leadership horse, if you are not careful. So we're talking about these traps. If you want to see what we covered Monday and Tuesday, those 2 traps, because we got a different trap for each day. And today we're going to talk about the hero trap. And you may know some hero complex trap leaders they have that hero complex about them. And what that hero complex is when you believe you must save everyone. When you believe you must save everyone, and you gotta keep yourself from falling in that trap, believing that you have to save everyone. One, you can't save everybody, but 2, everybody's not going to like you. So you can't have the hero trap. And here's the thing: this is one of the most dangerous traps out of all of the 5 that we're talking about this week. This is probably one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous, and it's because leaders begin believing that they become the rescuer, they become the fixer, they become the savior, if you will. And that's not a good place for you to be, because what that does is eventually you will become exhausted. Putting that kind of constant, consistent pressure on yourself get can be exhausting, and you as a leader, you have to have you need breaks. Yes, are you a level as far as thinking and all of that above everyone? Yes, because you have to think broader than everyone else. The others that you are leading, they just have to worry about their responsibility in this area, doing what it is called for them to do. But as a leader, you have to think about everyone. It's just like a quarterback in football. It's like a point guard in basketball. That's one of the things that I learned being a point guard in playing basketball, is you have to know where everybody is and what everybody's responsibility is. Because if you don't, you will find yourself, everybody has a responsibility, and if you try to take on that responsibility, it becomes a heavy load. And I think of like a Michael Jordan before the 1990s or 91, when the Bulls won their first championship. He was the man. He was trying to do everything. He didn't trust his teammates. He didn't believe in his teammates. He was trying to do everything. And he went out there and even one game scored 63 points. But what happened? His team wound up getting swept by the Detroit Pistons. Why? Because he wanted to be the man all by himself and did not trust his teammates. It wasn't until he began to trust his teammates, and he had teammates like Scottie Pippen and Steve Kerr and John Paxson and Horace Grant. He had the other players that he trusted, that he began to distribute some of that load that he was carrying. He couldn't carry it because he couldn't carry that load by himself. And here's what I want you to think about today, and with this hero trap. And I don't want you to get caught in it. I don't want you to get what I don't want you to get caught up in is leadership fatigue. When you try to be the hero in every scenario, you will develop leadership fatigue, and you will wind up running yourself into the ground. I've done it. There have been others who I know have done it. You may have done it too. Those that I'm talking to now, you may have taken on that and gotten that leadership fatigue. And that's the trap that you have to avoid. So it's better to distribute, and we'll get into equipping those so that you don't have to bear that burden. You don't have to get the leadership fatigue. But understanding, even when you get to the point where you feel you have leadership fatigue, you know, hey, I need a break. I need to get away. I need to do this. I need to take some of that pressure off of me. And what do I need to do in order to be able to do that? The second thing is rescuing versus empowering. You can't rescue everybody. And here's the way that you actually avoid having to rescue everybody is you equip them. You empower. As a leader, the first E in leader, because there's the listen and learn, there's empower. You're empowering, which means to equip. You equip those that you are that work for you. You're equipping them to be able to have a certain skill set in order to be able to do certain things. So you must equip versus rescue. You shouldn't be having to rescue everyone for everything. They have to learn how to do what it is that they have to do in order to be able to do the position and the responsibility that they are required to do. So equipping is a major deterrent to the hero trap. Developing people instead of carrying people. You've got the D in leader. You notice I got a theme here. The D in leader is to develop. And those leaders that have the hero complex are actually enablers. If you have people depending on you all the time, and they calling you and you answer to them, you're enabling them. You're keeping them from having to take on the responsibility of doing what it is that they need to do. And that's not what leaders do. The hero trap are those leaders that get caught up wanting to carry people. That's where the leadership fatigue comes in. That's where you feel like you if you don't rescue them, they're going to falter. Where you didn't equip them, empower them in order to be able to do what they needed to do. And then why some leaders create unhealthy dependence. That's the hero trap. The hero trap, where you want people dependent on you. Those leaders who want people dependent on them are those leaders that have to be in control all the time. They keep things close to their chest. They have to control everything. There are a number of leaders that I could roll off that are like that, that were like that. And they have this hero complex. They fell into the hero trap. And I don't want you as a leader to feel as if you have to always be in control. Being a great leader means that you can actually distribute the work, and where the work doesn't all fall on you. Those who enjoy being in the leadership trap are those that want control. And I know that that's none of you all. That's not you all. I'm not talking to you all about that, because you're not concerned about control. But we just want to make sure that you don't fall into this hero trap that we're talking about today. Your job is not to save people. As a leader, your job is not to save people. Your job is to develop them. Your job is to develop them. Why? Because if you must teach and you must equip. That's part of your responsibility as a leader, is to enlighten, which is to teach, and to empower, which is to equip. You equip them with the things the skill set that they need, the tools that they need in order to be able to complete the task that you're giving them. That's why you'll hear me say part of the three of my personal value system and my brand value system is to enlighten, empower. And the third piece of that is impact. enlighten people, which is to teach people something, to empower, which is to equip them with something, and then to impact, which is to move them to do something so that they have the ability to be able to do something. So I want you to write that down today. I want you doing that. I want you to enlighten and empower. How are you enlightening and empowering someone that works for you today? And even yourself, even if it's yourself. And here's the question that I'll leave you with. Are you building leaders or are you building followers? Are you building leaders or are you building followers? Leaders enlighten, teach, empower, equip, and the impact, which is to influence and to move them forward. The controllers, those that are controllers, those are the ones that build followers. And I want you to make that distinction today. Do an honest assessment of whether you are, building leaders or whether you're building followers. And how do you avoid the hero trap? What are you doing to avoid this hero trap that we just talked about today? I want you to work on that today. It's work for Wednesday. I told you, you got to work for it. If you're going to be the leader that you're called to be, you got to watch out for these traps. So that's what I got for you today. The Impact Builder. Y'all know what to do. In the description is the calendar. You can hop on there for a strategy schedule your strategy session. We can talk about your brand. We can talk about your organization and how we can assist you to be able to bring that vision to reality. How we can assist you in avoiding the leadership trap. How you can avoid these traps that we're talking about, because I don't want you addicted to leadership. The Impact Builder. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.